R4DAR Technologies, founded in 2019, and my story is quite personal. One evening, I nearly ran over a cyclist and my car did not detect the cyclist in front of me. And that got me thinking. I thought, radar's really good at telling you there's something out there beyond the range of cameras, LiDARs, but it's not very good at telling you what it is. Smidgen that way. Perfect. And that has been the vision and mission of R4DAR Technologies right from the beginning. Can we make a car radar classify and identify without having to interpret the scene? Some people could say cameras can do it because they can read the scene, but that requires the fidelity of information that's coming through the camera to be good enough. V2X, you could argue, is the one true way because it gives you directed information relative to a global coordinate, so it needs GPS. If you don't have good GPS, you may actually know what something is, don't know well enough where it is. What my technology does is it provides that directed information direct to a radar. There's no comms network, there's no 5G network. The radar is the comms network. It provides directed information saying, I am this and my status is this, giving a method of resilience that there currently isn't available in the automotive industry. I have patented a method that allows any automotive grade radar used on the road today to be modified through software to be able to read my beacons. And that's what we're testing as part of the Smart Mobility Living Lab and as part of UTAC Millbrook. The testing we're doing here is showing how my beacons can communicate directly with an automotive radar system to be able to not just be able to detect an object, but also be able to classify and identify what that object is. We are able to use that radar to read our beacons and show not just the position of the beacon, but also the unique identifier of that beacon and the classification of the target. This beacon could be used as the chevron on a sharp corner, or as the stop sign, or as a 10 mile, 25 mile an hour, or 30 mile an hour sign. One of the key tests that we've done as part of the UTAC Millbrook testing is showing how the beacons can be used on dynamic moving objects, such as a child having a high-vis jacket, or a cyclist having a radar equivalent of a bicycle reflector. The test in question is where we show a child moving across the front of the vehicle with the radar, and it shows how beacon ID number 7 moves across the front of the radar. Rather than having beacon classification of number 7, the beacons can have an unequivocal classification of child or bicycle. Testing we have done with the Smart Mobility Living Lab has been broken into two parts. We first did testing in a semi-controlled environment at the Elizabeth Park, where we were able to use real-world objects, so placing the beacon next to a road sign, placing the beacon on a bicycle. We then took that to Woolwich, where we had very short range, close proximity, cluttered road space, where there's a lot of traffic jams and a lot of movements, where we were able to show how the radar was able to see the beacons crossing the crossroads, as well as being able to move next to parked cars towards us and away from us. The testing we have done as part of the CAM Scale-Up program has allowed us to be able to gather that data that we would never be able to gather elsewhere, in environments that we would never be able to do on our own. We've been able to achieve and accelerate the development of our technology by a minimum of 6 months, if not a year. It's been able to allow me to bring on 2 extra staff, and it's enabling us to go for our seed investment round, not just nationally, internationally. The CAM Scale-Up program has put us on the international roadmap, and it's that roadmap that's going to allow us to scale this to be a ubiquitous solution in the future.